Now, today's video, we're talking about the fastest way to build business credit in 7 days using Net 30 accounts. Now, here's the thing about it, guys. I've been telling you guys over the years that I am not a big fan of Net 30s, okay? To me, I think with Net 30s, I think it comes to the point where you can overdo it. Now, you can leverage Net 30s to help you, but not in terms of when you're talking about funding, all right? Now, a lot of people get these because they're like, oh, well, it's going to help me get funding, but the thing about it, the Net 30 game or it's a psychological thing that they're pulling over you guys, okay? However, I don't tell you not to use Net 30s because Net 30s does help certain types of businesses. However, when you're actually trying to get funding for your business, then I would not focus on Net 30s. This is what I would focus on. I would focus on having the right type of business bank account and making weekly deposits. This will get you funding much faster than buying a bunch of Net 30s. Now, again, we're going to talk about Net 30s, but I'm just being transparent with you. Being in this industry as long as I have and going through all the ups and downs and the trials and tribulations, understanding what will give you the most impact and help you get to the aspects of funding. You want Visa, American Express business lines of credit, MasterCard. That's what you want, okay? So in order for you to get that, I would definitely tell you, you need the right business bank account. Now, here's the top business bank accounts that I would definitely encourage you to get, which is American Express, Chase, Capital One, Citibank, Bank of America, US Bank, PNC. These would be my top banks that I would be working with. Now, that does not say that you cannot have multiple bank accounts for your business. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying, you should have at least one of these in your top 2 or 3 business bank accounts. All right. And it's very important because look who they report to. All right. Now that you understand who these banks report to, now you can leverage Net 30s, all right? Somebody said, well, Houston, what if I done got all these Net 30s and I still can't get funding and my credit is bad? Well, there's a couple lenders out there, okay? If you have an existing business, you've been in business for at least 3 months, there's McKinsey Capital, right? You have to be at least making $5,000 a month. Okay, and again, it's no personal guarantee, but you have to have an active working bank account. Then you have Rapid Finance. All right, their loans go from 5,000 up to 5 million, 500 credit score, 3 months in business, at least making $5,000 a month. Okay, so in terms of like getting funding for your business, even without Net 30s, it's still possible, guys. I'm telling you, if you follow the game plan I've been putting out for years, trying to get you all to understand the best way for you to get the maximum amount of funding for any type of business is to build a relationship with banks, all right? Now, we're going to talk about others, but we want to talk about some of these new Net 30s that are out in the market. We're not talking about Seton, Granger, Uline. We're talking about these other type of companies that are reporting. You got Biz Credit Central, all right? They're stating that they report to Dun and Bradstreet, no security deposit. You don't have to worry about your credit being pulled. You can cancel the account anytime, no hard inquiry. They offer 4 different types of payment plans. Their payment plans go from $11.95 a month to $39.95 a month, and their trade lines go from $2,500 up to $5,000. Now, I have talked with some people on the phone and said that they have actually utilized these companies. Some of them said a trade line showed up. Some of them said they were still waiting. However, nonetheless, they're still out in the market. Now, you have another company, Credit Strong. Again, reports to Dun & Bradstreet and Equifax, okay? No credit score, no security deposit, cancel anytime. They offer a 2 payment plan. One is $115 monthly for 10 years, and then $199 monthly for 5 years. Now, guys, here's my thing. If you're going to be investing in net 30s, again, I would set up the business bank account, deposit the money into the business bank account, and then invest in whatever net 30s. Now, keep in mind, the maximum amount of net 30s you really need in order to get qualified for funding, okay, is zero. All right, that's real. You don't need net 30s to get qualified for funding. All right, that's a dead giveaway. However, for those of you just think that is necessary, I would tell you I would do the maximum amount of 5. I wouldn't do no more than 5 net 30s. That's on a tier-based system, and it's that tier-based system, man. To be transparent with you, that tier-based system can take you from a year up to 2 years before you actually get your first credit card using these net 30s, okay? So I don't play the net 30 game. I build a relationship with the financial institutions, all right? But hey, it's up to your discretion if you want to leverage in net 30s, but I'm just giving you true hard facts on what I went through, and so you can understand how to truly build business credit for funding. They have eCredibles, right? eCredibles, they state they report to Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, Experian, Credit Safe, and Ansonia, okay? This is what they state, no credit score. Now, here's the interesting thing about eCredible, because they actually, like your utility bills and stuff like that, or anything that's related to the business, they're stating that they're able to report this to the business credit bureaus to help build up your business credit file. So this is where the concept of you can get build up a business credit file in 7 days, because they look at the past accounts you have that you invested in for your business, and they pick up that data and they report it, okay? Plus, they report themselves as well, all right? So their plans, $49.95 setup and $9.95 a month. You have companies like Business T-Shirt. They have an annual membership of $69, but they state that they report to Equifax, Credit Safe, Ansonia, and Katora. You have to select the Invoice My Account in order to do that. Then you have Creative Analytics. There's $79 annual fee. Report trade lines from 1,000 up to 10,000. You have to have a tax ID and a DUNS number. You have to at least have your business established for 30 days. Okay, and so they have digital products go from 49 to 149. Trade lines again can go from 1,000 up to 12,000. So they have different products and trade lines that report. Now you have Summa Office Supplies. Summa Office Supplies reports to Experian and Equifax. Okay, that's on the Tier 1 account. The Tier 2 account reports to Dun & Bradstreet, but you have to have at least 6 months of payment history in order for it to report to Dun & Bradstreet. But you know what, guys? Here's a secret. Guess what? D&B picks that information up anyway. The majority of those financial institutions I was telling you about, they report to Small Business Financial Exchange, which shares that information with Dun & Bradstreet. Plus, Dun & Bradstreet scrapes the Secretary of State systems for information about your company as well. You have Quill. And again, guys, I know people don't know about Quill. Guys, get Quill, because I'm telling you, Quill is one of those companies that has a financial component, especially if you're trying to bootstrap your business, would definitely come in handy when you need some cold hard cash real fast. Quill has that component to help you, okay? Now, here's the thing about it. They report to Dun & Bradstreet, Experian. You have to request Invoice My Account. Then you have Wise Business Plans. Now, with Wise Business Plans, here's the thing about it. You have to be in business at least 90 days. They have an annual membership of $99. But here's the thing about it. You have to invest in at least $97 of that product for it to report. But it states that it reports to Equifax, Experian, Dun& Bradstreet and Credit Safe. So they're stating that this is who they report to. All right. So that's what Wise Business Plan. So you don't necessarily have to get a business plan in order for them to report. Then you have Crown Office Supplies. Now again, at least 90 days, no negative marks of late payments on the credit file. $99. Now guys, stick with me because I'm going to tell you about a couple credit cards that you may want to seriously consider, even if you have bad credit, to help build up your business credit. All right. So with a Crown Office Supply, $99 annual membership. Their trade lines go from 800 to 5,000. As you can see, they report to Ansonia Credit Safe, Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax Business, the National Association of Credit Management, Small Business Financial Exchange, and LexisNexis. Okay, that's who they state that they report to. Now, here's the thing about these net 30s. Some of these net 30s that may show up on your DUNS file or on your business credit file, it may not state the name. It may, like with banks, it may just say financial institutions. But with the net 30s, it may say something else. It may not even say the company's name. All right. So just keep that in mind. So when you're looking at your business credit file. Now, here's how you actually monitor and look at your business credit file. You can use NAV, and I'll put a link below so you can get access to your business credit file. But if you get the Business Boost or the Business Loan Builder, then they report monthly to Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, and Experian. Also, they give you your FICO 8 Experian credit score as well. Here's the challenge with that, because some of the credit cards that I'm going to share with you, they don't use FICO 8. They don't use FICO 8. So in terms of, you're like, okay, what do I mean, Houston? Let's look at like Capital One. Like Capital One uses FICO 8, but here's the problem. And the good thing, it's a good thing, and I would say it's kind of a negative thing. All right. So the good thing is with the Capital One Spark Classic Business Card, okay, you can possibly get it with a 580 credit score. Okay. It doesn't have any annual fees, but it pulls your FICO 8. So, you know, Capital One pulls on all three. And so it reports to the business credit bureaus. But also, a lot of people would say, well, Credit One gave me my credit score. Well, they're not giving you the FICO 8. They're giving you the Vantage 3. And I actually made a video about which banks give you your real credit score. So if you want to see that video, put a comment below and say, hey, Houston, can I see the video on which bank reports to what credit bureau? And I'll share that with you. I'll just may put it in the description of the video so you can actually see that video. All right. If you have any more questions about business credit, personal credit, trying to get business funding, trying to remove negative items off your personal credit, then click the link below in the description and schedule a one-on-one consultation. And by